You know those anime that you thought was just a fever dream? You could have sworn you've watched it, but no one else but you know what the heck you're talking about when you try to bring it up? Well, that's exactly what I thought about the 2003 anime series Mythical Detective Loki Ragnarok, a series about how Loki was turned into a Shota and forced to solve various mysteries on Earth. In 2003, when the original Naruto was airing and all was good with the world, mystery anime was all the rage. One anime that may have flown under the radar was Tentatively Loki Ragnarok, an anime adaptation of manga author Sakura Kinoshita's shonen series. The original manga, Tentatively Loki, ran from January 12, 1999 to November 12, 2001, and later received an anime adaptation by Studio Dean that was aired during the spring 2003 anime season from April 5th to September 27, 2003. The sequel manga, Tentatively Loki Ragnarok, ran from March 29, 2002 to August 30th, 2004. It also wore many hats with tons of English translated names, from Demon Detective Loki Ragnarok to Mythical Detective Loki to Mythical Sleuth Loki. It was all pretty chaotic. The plot is very 2003-ish. Loki, the Norse god of mischief, is exiled to the human world by his father Odin. The problem is, Loki doesn't know why. Small side note, unlike the usual depictions of Loki being either a complete ass or a lovingly irritatable trickster, Loki Ragnarok depicts him to have a calmer demeanor than his original manga counterpart. Now stuck in a child's body with only a small percent of his powers, he decides to form a paranormal detective agency to seek out evil auras that take control of the human heart so he can return home. That's when he realizes that his being kicked out of the realm of the gods may have less to do with him and more to do with what's happening in the realm of the gods. As he continues to solve mysteries, however, he comes across Mayura Daidoji, a girl who has a knack for seeking out the paranormal unwittingly and loves mysteries. There, she forces her way into helping Loki and his faithful assistant, Yamino Ryusuke, solve various cases. The series takes an episodic approach, with the plot moving as slow as you'd think a 26-episode anime series from 2003 would progress, until it hits a serious revelation in the middle. However, as with every depiction of the gods in both anime and fiction, Loki's relationship with every god he encounters and his family seem to be pretty complicated. Each character in the series is influenced by a Norse god, whether they're a supernatural entity or a human. This ranges from Loki's various romantic flings to even the children he's had. Going off the idea that this iteration of Loki is thousands of years old, each of his children appears in the series either wishing to kill him or hold infinite affection towards him. First up is his faithful assistant, Yamino Ryusuke. He cooks, he cleans, and does everything a housekeeper would do. He also happens to be addicted to buying useless things from mail order catalogs because, once again, this is 2003. In just a couple more years, he would have been addicted to ordering things online. His real name is Jormungand, the Midgard sea serpent that circles the earth in Norse mythology. He treats his father with respect. Next, we've got one of the rare occasions of not a sister complex, not a brother complex, but a character with a father complex. Fenara is Loki's first son who appears as a dog in the human world, but, of course, is a giant ass wolf. He's a sadist who loves taunting and tormenting Yamino, but becomes absolute mush when his dear daddy is around. Then we've got Hel, Loki's only daughter in the series, the goddess of the underworld. She wishes to kill Loki because Odin told her Loki and her brothers hate her, plummeting her into an obsessive spiral of wanting to make him feel the same pain she's feeling. In the manga, she hopes to kill him too, but that's so she can be together forever with her father in the underworld. So, guess you can say she's quite the daddy's girl. Freya is in love with Loki, but he doesn't love her, causing her to harass him into somehow recuperating her feelings constantly. She also happens to have been turned into a child by Odin named Rhea Oshima, albeit the child version of her doesn't remember anything about being a goddess, but still has a crush on him. She can switch between both personalities when she wears Freya's signature necklace, Bersamin. Thor, of course, has to make an appearance, with him also being sent to assassinate Loki, although he doesn't completely remember he's a god until later. Going by the punny name Narukami, he carries around a wooden sword that's actually his hammer, Milnor. Lastly, Heimdall is chasing after Loki because he believes he stole his right eye and wishes to kill him for it. Because, as you can probably tell by now, the only way to solve a problem is to kill someone in the series. At least it stays true to the whole god shtick. Although Loki Ragnarok is an episodic series, a few hints here and there try to bring everything together. And while it does clear some things up, you will most likely not understand everything, even when it's right in your face. This can be chalked up to the fact that the anime series was created before the manga can finish, and how the anime adapts the beginning stages of the series. There are still many mysteries left, despite how much they've solved throughout the 26-episode run. And if you take a look at the original Fruits Basket, 26 episodes can only adapt so much. You only have to turn your brain on halfway for the series, while the rest can be left off to enjoy the nostalgia of early 2000s anime. While Loki Ragnarok isn't anything groundbreaking, in my heart, it remains one obscure anime that I have a soft spot for. Yeah, sure, it tried to pack in too many things at once because it wasn't fully completed. But all the characters were interesting, and there isn't much anime having to do with Loki. It's unique, campy, and has a bomb-ass opening I wish I could stream and listen to that's now lost forever. If you ever wish you could watch an anime where Loki is a Shota, go for it! You might find that you enjoyed it way more than you thought.